we're back. Like I say every week, it's the ongoing joke.
Clearly.
Always. As always. You know what? Just cue the intro. Hello guys, it's Two Latin Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor. I don't know why I just glitched up right there.
And I'm Adrian. Clearly, I don't get to introduce myself at all.
You're a part of this.
Apparently not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not part of the executive committee.
You're an executive.
Even though I'm the director, producer, and editor, and publisher.
And executive.
No, I do all of it. All you do is show up and talk.
Yes.
So,
executive.
What's going on?
What's going on in the world? Well, let's see. Spider-Man, the third Spider-Man movie. There's rumors that we're going to have a trio going on, with...
I think you should give people context.
Okay, so Adrian's going to give you context. I'm just joking.
No, okay, so if you want me to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Because clearly, you don't really know what's going on.
I know what's going on.
Okay, so there have been rumors, or there have been insider that in the next Spider-Man movie... Tom Maguire and Andrew Garfield may make an appearance.
Toby.
No. Oh, yeah, Tobey Maguire. Why did I say Tom? It's because it's Toby and Tom. They're like so...
I know, they're so close.
They're so close, and it's like...
And yet so distant.
What's... Okay, anyway, getting back to the point. So, the two old Spider-Man, Spider-Man from, 2000...
So, basically Spider-Man, and then the Amazing Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man.
The new Spider-Man. So, the last two Spider-Man are going to be showing up in the new Spider-Man. That's what they're saying. Also, Doctor Strange is going to be in that movie. Yeah. So there's that.
So that's probably why all that's going to happen. The dimensions, that's what they're going to pull on.
They're saying that he's going to replace Tony Stark in those movies.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's going to be like the mentor for the movie. You know how he always has a mentor?
Yeah.
Like last movie, it was Mysterio, but like not really Mysterio.
Yeah, because... Well, I can't give spoilers now.
I mean, yeah. But anyway, that's what's going on. I like how you jumped right into it.
I'm jumping right into it.
No context.
Stomping on it, like, right on the face.
No, nothing.
Squish it.
I mean...
Like a bug.
Right now it's raining.
Is it?
Yeah,
There's sirens going on that you guys can't hear. It's great.
Well, because I'm a great editor.
Actually, the sirens are gone, so I don't know what we're talking about. It drove away.
Okay, well, I was going to say how... Okay, so yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Now I'm going to tell you a little anecdotal story about me.
You have an anecdotal story?
Yes, I have an anecdotal story because something actually happened this week that has insight.
You have insight?
Yeah, yes, it's great.
For who? The government?
No. Can I just get to the point?
Okay.
Okay, so last week, I went for a walk, okay? Yesterday. I went for a walk. And I said, why did I say last week? Now you got me all confused about my own anecdotal story. Okay, so yesterday... I went for a walk, okay? I went for... Stop. Just stop doing that. That's not...
If you don't understand what C means, it means yes.
It's just the face you make after you say it. Stop that.
Okay.
Anyway, so...
I didn't say anything. I just made the face.
I need to get through this. Come on. Like
I can't stop smiling.
We've already wasted nobody can see what face you're making anyway.
I know. I can't stop smiling.
Okay, so yesterday, I went for a walk.
I'm sorry, I can't. It's your face. It's your face.
I'm walking down this bicycle path.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's like this guy on like a bike who zooms right by me. Okay. No bell, no nothing. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I'm going right, and then this other bike rings the bell, and then he goes around me, right?
Yeah.
And then this third like bell rings. But guess what it is? It's a guy in a wheelchair who's I kid you not. This actually happened to me. Okay, so like this bike just goes right by me. Then this guy rings the bell, and it's a bike.
It goes around. And then you hear another one.
And then I hear another bell, and I turn around, and it's this guy like flooring it on his wheelchair. And I was like,
respect.
I've never had this happen to me before. Also, since when do wheelchairs have little bells on them? Like, I've never known.
It's an attachment. It's from the new issue. Yeah.
Is that a standard issue?
It's from the new model. It's traditional.
Anyway, so this happens, right? And this guy was running like towards me, and he heard the bell, and he instantly just he stopped running, and he just started like laughing. Like he didn't know how to react. He just started laughing.
He's just like, "What's this guy doing?"
Like it was just really funny. And then So I keep walking, right? And the bicycle, the guy who was running on the other side of the bicycle path,
Yeah.
he like gets out of the way so the guy in the wheelchair can go around me. Which I gotta say, this wheelchair
goes pretty fast.
Has to be modified. Like, it was going really fast.
I mean, it can go like 20-something kilometers per hour.
Anyway, so
depending on your model or standard issue.
Anyway, so then the guy looks at me. He goes, "That was so strange." I'm like, "I know. I don't know."
Isn't there like a law for like how fast they can go?
I have no idea.
I feel like there is.
I don't know these things. Anyway, so the guy was like, he looks at me and goes, "That was strange." I'm like, "That was strange." So then I keep walking, and I keep walking, and then like further down, like there's like a bench by this fence.
Yes.
Where it opens.
Bench bench.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I messed you up there.
Okay, so I
like,
get there,
proper.
and there's this like guy laying down on the bench, and the guy in the wheelchair is just standing in the middle of like the walkway, just like right there.
Oh yeah.
Like just talking to this guy who I think is passed out on the bench.
Okay.
Right. So I just keep walking. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not even
You're just not gonna address it. You're just gonna look at the ceiling, look at the floor, even though there's no ceiling in the outdoors. But
you know what I mean. Like you're trying to avoid making eye contact
because you know something's gonna happen if you make eye contact.
No, it's because you don't want to get caught like staring, right? So like you avoid.
Bro, if you get caught staring, accentuate that moment. Just keep staring. Until totally uncomfortable.
Anyway, so I keep walking, right? And then the guy drives up to the middle of the path.
Okay.
And he rings his bell again.
Okay.
And I stop, and he's just like, and he's wearing like a face mask.
Of course.
Right? Because everyone's wearing a face mask, right? So he's wearing a face mask, and he just turns and looks at me. Almost like he was trying to recognize me.
It's like, I've seen this person somewhere.
Because he hadn't like less than 5 minutes ago zoomed right by me.
Yeah.
Anyway, he doesn't say anything to me, and he drives like he turns around and he goes like down the street.
Okay.
And then there's this guy lying there, right? And the guy sits up, like it's just like some normal. Anyway, he's just some normal guy, like nothing interesting.
Just like laying down.
And he's like, "What was that guy saying to me?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "I literally just like ran like up this because there's just like this little hill." Yeah. It's like I literally just ran up the little hill, and I laid down. This guy literally just stopped in front of me, and he started saying something to me. But I figured if I played dead, he wouldn't say anything. Like he would get the memo, right? And I go, "Yeah." He zoomed right by me, like 5 minutes further up, and he goes, "Okay, well, that's interesting." And then I go, "Yeah." And then the guy gets up and just runs away. Me, I'm still confused. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
So I just keep walking. And that was the most interesting, like
the most interesting walk of your life because you've encountered. This is what you encountered. You encountered a man speeding in a wheelchair. You experienced a man speeding on a bicycle in a bicycle path. Is it even legal? Again, is this legal? Like how fast can these things go?
I don't actually know.
Is it just because like I don't want to like stereotype or anything here, but I'm totally gonna. So
you can't do that. You can't preface
how old
anyway.
People drive slow. Okay,
look,
on the highway.
Oh, for sure. The guy in the wheelchair didn't look that old. He looked like a couple, like maybe in his
like late 60s.
No, mid 40s.
Mid 40s. So he was pretty young.
Yeah, he wasn't that old. But
he was like middle aged, man.
Yeah, he was like a middle aged guy. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? So my thought was this: I wonder what he said to the guy laying down.
Wait, the wheelchair guy?
Yeah, what the wheelchair guy?
I thought it was the bicycle dude.
No. The guy in the wheelchair.
I'm clearly not paying attention.
Okay, so the guy in the wheelchair.
Bro, you messed up your own story.
No, I didn't.
Or maybe I messed up my own story.
No, wait, you're talking. Anyway, so the guy in the wheelchair was talking to the guy laying down on the bench.
Okay.
Because he was like facing the
I honestly thought it was the bicycle dude.
No, the bicycle guy isn't important. He just zoomed right by me. I didn't see him again. The entire time I've been talking about the guy in the wheelchair. Right. I was just telling you how when I was walking, this bicycle guy zoomed right by me, and then another guy rang his bell and he zoomed right by me. Then I heard a bell.
So in other words, it was totally unnecessary to tell me this portion of the story. Yeah. Just forget about it. Okay.
But then I heard a second bell and I turned around and it's a guy in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Like was one of those electric ones. I don't know if it was. I don't know what standard issue wheelchairs look like.
What does it even mean to say standard issue? Like
I don't. Anyway, getting back to the point. So I was just wondering, like everything too is like that guy. He must have seen him like run up the hill and then lay down on the bed.
Yeah. Like what is it?
Which is rather interesting.
Like, what do you gain like from speeding down a bicycle path in a wheelchair? Like
Maybe he had somewhere he needed to be. But
in the bicycle path?
Look, I'm going to be honest. That bench, almost always there's someone laying down on that bench.
Yes, almost always.
In the morning when we go for a run, there'll always be somebody laying down on that bench.
Every time.
There's something about that bench and people laying down in it.
I know. It's a pretty comfy bench.
I've never even sat on that bench.
I've tied my shoe on that bench.
I have too.
I've never sat on it.
Anyway, but it's because they changed it. It's a new bench.
Yeah, it's standard issue.
No, there's no standard issue benches.
This is going to be an ongoing joke. The whole episode. We're going to call the episode standard issue.
You make it sound... Actually, you know what? There's like a... Where was it? There was a place where they had to chain down a bunch of like park benches because people were stealing them.
Actually, there was... Actually, that wasn't that by... your college?
Yeah, that was like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Where
it was not a few months ago.
Yeah, it was like in July.
You were in school.
It was in July. It wasn't when I was in school.
You were in school.
No, because I heard...
I remember hearing the story.
Oh no, that was someplace else. That was some other
benches.
But the one I'm talking about is like this. Okay, so
we're gonna bench that story for now. Okay, continue with your story.
Okay, so in July, I got a notification from the college about a park nearby the college where benches have gone missing.
That's the story.
And that if anybody...
How are you doing this?
I got a notification.
You're
in July.
Unbenching
Dude,
this story.
Look, the college sends me emails. I can look it up later.
I can start sending you emails on behalf of the college.
No,
It'll be
you
nothing to do with the college, but it'll probably just end up being cat facts.
Anyway, so talking about the benches, right? So,
all right.
So the college was letting us know that if we were the ones moving them,
yes,
to like return them because like clearly someone like if there's like a house party, someone's like, oh, let's just take this bench, right?
Yeah.
We'll put it in the front lawn or something. I don't know. So this is happening in July, right? Also, COVID's going on, so like there's all this stuff, right? People are stealing benches, makes no sense. So then,
never mind. This is a different story. I'm putting back the other story on the bench. Okay.
Continue. So the college sends you a notification, right, about all these stolen benches.
Okay.
But in the email, it says that they're standard issued benches.
What's the standard issue bench?
That's exactly my point. But I'm not going to email the director of the college.
What does a standard issue bench look like? Is it like a half-inch thick where you sit down?
Okay, wait. So listen. So then like a week later, I get another email telling me that they've replaced the benches. Okay. And that they are now chained to like the ground.
Just unchain them. Bolt cutters.
Anyway,
take the bench.
Okay, they're trying to make it more difficult, right?
It's not difficult. It's called bolt cutters.
I'm trying to get through this.
Simple. Standard issue.
Anyway, so the benches were replaced. Okay.
Okay.
But in my mind, I'm just trying to comprehend what kind of person would steal a park bench. Like, it makes no sense.
Like, why would you? Like, honestly, like, where are you gonna put it? Like, unless you have a really gigantic backyard that you could, at this point, just call it a park, then I don't know what you're doing. Like, why would you take... I mean, we have a bench. But you see, that was purchased and then given to us.
Yeah. But that's different. Like we actually have a lawn where we can put a bench in. Yeah. But, like... If you're like... No, but, like, listen. In that area, most of the people who would do that, being the college students...
live in, like,
all
dorms.
live in apartments. No, like, barely nobody lives in a house. I mean, some people live in a house, but live in a house with, like, 6 other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, like, I'm like, who is going around?
Stealing all these benches?
Well, also, there were 5 benches. This was a coordinated... Like, they had to get, like, a truck... Like it was like why?
It could have just been done at like 2 a.m. when nobody's watching, you know. Like, and at that point, you have time. You have time until 6 a.m.
What if there was that one guy who was like in the
one security control guy?
There was that one guy in the construction department of the college,
who's just like, I see these 5 dudes.
Like, I need some more plywood. I'm gonna go get them benches because that look like some good wood.
Like, I got the miter saw ready. Just bring me the benches.
Like, makes no sense. Like
he's like that's good quality. That's standard issue right there. You know, I think that'd make some good plywood.
So anyway, I was
what sick-minded person stealing standard issue?
I was telling your dad about this story. I was telling our dad about the story, and he was like, they should put trackers on the benches. And I'm like, what?
Yes. I agree.
Imagine being that guy.
Like, this is the story then.
No, because we were talking about this like a couple
Okay, so what you just said now was when you were in school.
Yeah.
That's a totally different thing. What did he say for this story? He didn't say anything.
No, we were talking about this when we went for a walk a few months ago.
I'm gonna yell at you right now.
You're confusing two separate accounts and fusing them into one account.
No, because our father said that when I was in the car with you. I was in the car. We had just picked you up. It was late. It was dark. I had my little guitar in the car. We had just picked you up.
Was this like a late night?
This was a late night.
I hated those classes. They were so... Oh.
I remember this very, very good, very well because I got stung by a mosquito in my left cheek. I didn't scratch it because I didn't want it to get big.
Anyway, that's not important. Anyway,
it was traumatizing.
I'm gonna get back.
You don't understand.
I'm gonna get back to the point. I'm like, but then the scenario came up where it's like, imagine being that guy where like a cop shows up to your door, and he's like,
"You have our bench."
Yeah, you have the city's bench.
Just imagine this. You just chilling at home, you know. You got Netflix running, you got your popcorn, you know, you're all chill, bench in the back. You know, you're just chilling, legs crossed, you know, like crisscross applesauce, you know, who cares? And then you hear a door knock. Okay, you're like, oh man, you know, it's probably my Chinese food or something, you know. So then you get up, you know, you're in your boxer shorts because you're at home. Who's gonna see you? Who cares? So you walk over, you open the door, and it's security. And they're like, hello, you have our bench. I'm in boxer shorts now, in front of a cop, proclaiming that I stole a bench.
Yeah.
Obviously, this person's going to say, well, no, I didn't. Like,
also,
your word against mine.
But I mean,
I'm a citizen. I would use those benches. Who would steal those benches?
I think it's more or less the fact that if they had a tracker.
I know, but like, as soon as you tell them, we have a tracker and that's our bench. As soon as I hear, I'm like, give me a moment. I'll go get that miter saw we talked about earlier. I drill it out of that bench.
You're not going to find it in 5 seconds.
Not drill it, but like, you know, like, miter saw kind of works up and down.
What if the middle would, like,
what if it's in the middle?
The middle plywood is made out of
I'll get a handsaw. I'll make it work. I take out that piece. I give it to the cop, and I tell him, you stole a bench, close the door, and we have a good day.
That's not how this works.
That's
now, stolen property.
Now prove to me that I stole that bench. When you're holding the tracker, I don't think that was me.
But you gave it back to...
Where is his proof? Where is the video evidence?
He's wearing a body cam. All cops now wear body cams.
Okay. Let's say it was a security guard. He's not wearing no body cam.
We're not talking about security guard. We're talking about
he's a security guard of the city. He secures the city.
That's called a cop.
That's a security guard of the city.
It's like I remember when we opened up in this city that
we opened up.
No, in this in the city I live in way back. Like I want to say like September of last year or October of last year.
That's not way back. When you say way back, I think like it was the year 19th.
Okay, stop. Anyway,
that's way back.
Okay, so last year the train started running officially. Remember this? This was like the ongoing thing last year.
Yes.
So the train started running,
and when the train ran, did he make a breeze?
Can I just get through the point?
Okay.
Okay. So
did he breathe heavily?
It's called. What's it called? It's called the light rail, or I don't remember. Anyway.
It's called the light rail. Yes.
Anyway, so it started running. It's kind of like a metro.
It's honestly the luminous light that comes off that rail. I'm just joking.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore that and keep going. So I remember when that happened. I went with a friend of mine. Okay, so we're waiting for the train, right?
Okay.
And this guy goes, "Why are there cops everywhere?"
Well, you see.
No, wait, let me finish. He goes, "Why are there cops everywhere?" It's like, "Where's the security?" And I go, "You know that the train stations are part of the public domain, right?" And he goes, "And it means that the police is in charge of the security for the train station." And he was just like, "What?"
You know, I don't understand. I don't know what you mean. You know, I thought, you know, it was on the ground. I thought that maybe, maybe. Okay, listen, hear me out. Just maybe we have a security guy.
Okay, so they're in charge of the train station. He goes, "So what are you saying?" I'm saying that if you commit a crime,
it's a crime against the city. It's treason. That's it.
No.
It's over. You're dead.
No, I mean if you commit a crime in a train station,
yes,
it's gonna be way faster to arrest you.
Yeah.
Like way faster.
What does it take to get treason nowadays?
To commit treason?
Like to commit treason. Like, you know, like there's gotta be that one psycho out there who's just like, I'm gonna get this done. You know, like I'm gonna commit treason and I'm gonna get banished from the country.
Look,
from the country.
There's only like
I think there's only like 2 ways to get treason. Number 1, attempt to kill the prime minister. Number 2, kill his family.
That's not how this works. Because that's just murder. It doesn't matter who it is. It's still murder.
Okay. Then how do I commit treason?
Why?
Because if I go after the prime minister, that's like going against the country.
Look, here's the thing.
I slap him across the face. I'm an enemy of the country.
Look, committing...
But it's still not treason, so how do I get treason?
Committing...
What is treason?
Okay, treason was... This is so dumb.
I want you to explain it.
Okay, look, so committing treason back in the day was one of those things because there were kings and queens.
Okay.
And you basically were their property.
Okay.
That's kind of how it worked.
Technically, we're the property of the prime minister?
Not exactly. I mean, we have our freedoms, our rights.
So what you're saying is it has to be against royalty?
More or less, that's how it was.
So if I go to the queen, it's still not treason in my own country, but it's treason to that senora over there.
But you're not loyal to her, technically.
I could be. You just give me a few years. I'll make it work. No, I mean in this country. What does it take?
I don't think we have
if
that.
I attack the landlord...
we don't have.
Is that treason? Like, or am I sure? Does that just make me an enemy of the landlord?
That's assault for starters.
Exactly. So it's still not treason. This isn't helping me. I'm trying to figure out how a man can just commit treason. That's a normal day. You know?
People don't do that anymore.
Why? Why is this so lost? Why do we have so many extra stuff? Just call it treason. No. I killed a man. That's treason. I stepped on a piece of gum that he threw. That's treason. You know, like simple laws. You know, like littering.
That's not how this works.
Okay, like what is treason? Still, what's treason? Are you gonna Google it? I feel like, what is treason?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Because if it's attempt of murder on a royal, then still it's just attempted murder. What is treason?
What is treason?
I love how I'm making you do this right now.
It just makes no sense.
You know what's crazy? I had to read a whole book called Q for Treason. How is it I've forgotten what treason means?
Treason is a criminal disloyalty, typically to the state.
We don't have states, so we can't do that in Canada.
Actually, you do have a state, being the prime minister and all those people. That's our state. Like, they govern us.
Okay, so again, but that's just be considered. So how do I specifically get just treason?
Most places, it was more of an extreme act against one's nation or sovereignty.
That
an extreme act.
Trying to kill the prime minister.
Terrorism is kind of like that.
No, terrorism is different.
I know, but it's kind.
You can't say kind of.
You know what? Actually, treason would fall under, like, say, like, you work for the government, and then you leak crazy. That's
not treason.
Secret.
That's a breach of national information.
Yeah, but that's considered disloyalty. That's what it is. That's treason.
That's not really. I just told you what it was, but like, that's still not treason. I want it just to be called treason. How do I just get that? No, but the definition follows under that. I guess it could be considered treason.
I mean, that's really... I mean, the only other way is, like, for example, if you leave the country...
Okay, I left the country.
Okay, so you leave the country, and then you're in this other country.
Yes.
You grow in the ranks, and then you initiate war...
Against your own country.
That's treason.
Okay, I see how to... Give me a few years. I'm gonna move to a country that doesn't stand a chance. Okay?
But I'm gonna tell you right now that Canada doesn't have that in its law.
Treason?
Yeah, we got rid of it.
So what you're saying is I have to leave Canada to get treason? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, but you don't have any loyalties to anybody else.
I can try. I can start from the ground, build my way up. Just give me 12 years, make it happen. Just for you. I'm kidding.
Actually, there are.
How do you?
Actually, it is in our law.
Okay. So when people say you can't neglect the law.
Okay, so this was the site, like, this was recently updated in December 16th of 2013. So there hasn't been any change since 2013. Okay, it's the oldest, most political, the criminal code. High treason and treason are offenses respecting acts related to treason. It is set out certain evidential rules and limitation periods for the prosecution of treason offenses. Under S46 of the Criminal Code of Canada, commits high treason who A. attempts to kill, wounds, imprisons, or restrains the sovereign. So basically the prime minister.
So I was right.
Yeah.
There's only like one way.
B. Wages war against Canada or does any act proper towards it.
How does one wage war if you're
at war with Canada or any armed force against whom Canadian forces are engaged in hostilities, even if no state of war exists? So even if you attempt to start something, you're still committing treason.
So let's say I get
So
wait a minute.
Listen,
actually really easy. Then.
Listen, can I finish?
Okay.
So the punishment for high treason is life imprisonment without parole. So no parole. You're basically stuck there. You're not getting out.
Okay. How do I get food?
They feed you in prison. They don't like not feed you.
Okay, but like if there's nobody,
Can I finish?
Parole is what's gonna give me.
A person commits treason, like normal treason, because that's high treason, right?
Mm-hmm. And then there's normal treason.
Normal treason, who A, uses force or violence for the purpose of overthrowing the government of Canada.
Okay, so if I threaten...
So if basically you start like a rebel group to overthrow
a rebel alliance.
Yeah, essentially.
So what you're saying, Star Wars is just all treason?
Can I?
I knew it all along.
Can I just?
I knew it all along.
Can I get back to? Okay. B. Discloses without lawful authority military or scientific material to agents of a foreign state, if he or she or should know that the material may be used to impair Canada's safety or defense. In other words, if you contribute to some type of technological advancement to some other country, you are committing treason. I just
invented a new bomb and I gave it to...
Yeah, because if it can be weaponized against you, then it's... So basically anyone who works like an AI and like lives somewhere else, they could, if it gets weaponized, could be committing treason.
I mean, it's not hard. You just turn on the kill switch.
That's it. Okay, so there's one more. C. Engages in certain listed conspiracies or attempts offenses. The punishment for treason is life imprisonment. Normal parole rules apply. Canadian citizens and persons owing allegiance to Her Majesty and right of Canada who commit acts of high treason or treason are punishable under Canadian criminal law, even if the act was performed outside of Canada.
Oh, so I can commit treason to the Queen?
Yes. Apparently you can.
That's interesting.
But here's the thing.
Okay, so if I got a paperclip, okay, and I ever so slightly pierce her and threaten her with a paperclip,
that's treason.
That's treason.
High treason.
That's with a paperclip.
Yeah, that's high treason.
That's crazy. You can commit high treason with a paperclip. I'm changing it. Thumbtacks.
Okay.
That's crazy. You can commit treason with a paperclip.
I don't think the world needed to know this.
This is so unnecessary. When is this ever gonna help me in life?
I mean, for starters, I'm actually surprised that this is like in our law, because technically, like we've kind of like gone away.
You can't neglect not knowing.
No, you can't plead negligence.
Exactly.
Anymore. But what I'm trying to get at is,
man, that's right. Well, either way, you still couldn't.
Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is like the fact that we still have the Queen in our law decision making all that stuff.
Why is the Queen a part of us?
Because of her, this country is kind of here.
I know, but like, what does she do?
She kind of like oversees our laws, and she agrees or disagrees. And,
okay.
And we don't even use her
now.
Really,
now, okay.
Because now we
okay,
have
now,
someone.
Now,
listen.
Okay.
We have someone called the Governor General who speaks on her behalf.
That's what I'm saying. We just get rid of her, and nothing would change.
Yes, I'm aware. Like our current Governor General, I think she was an astronaut, something like that. I can't remember.
Change Governor General already?
No, I'm pretty sure it's still her.
So it's still Julie Payette?
I think it's still her.
Okay.
As far as I know.
You know, we have Google. But this is crazy. We can commit treason with the paperclip to whoever. And it's high treason. Not only treason.
I mean, only if they're like a governing body.
I know if they're a governing body of the country. But paperclip can be lethal now. Now everybody knows. You know, you want to commit high treason. I don't know why you'd want to do this. Paperclip, you know, you can get by a metal detector with paperclip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's still her. Canada 2020. Yeah, it's still her. She's still the Governor General.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought we'd change Governor General.
Oh, she's still the Governor General.
How long does she go for?
She has served since October 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's done three years. Actually, no, she has not.
She's done more.
On October 17th, it'll be 3 years. So in like 2 days.
Yeah, in 2 days.
But what I was saying, yeah, she That's her government. But she speaks on behalf of the Queen and us.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not getting into the whole legal part of how Canada's law works. I mean, if you want to know how Canadian law works, just watch it.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the executive branch, judicial branch. We're gonna get real deep into this. Okay. Okay, let's go right in.
I'm sure everyone lost us when we started talking about the actual law of treason.
See, but people came back with treason. Now you know, paperclip's lethal. Treason, not just treason. Treason.
Only if you try to kill her with a paperclip,
and it can very easily. Just aim. For
no. You don't need to give details.
I can just.
You don't need to give.
I'm not gonna give details.
But I'm trying to explain.
You just need to aim anywhere from the torso up.
I'm just trying to explain to you that only if you try to kill. Or if you're successful,
I'm not going to. What's wrong with you?
But that's like because
government. I know you're listening.
Because if like you stab her arm, that's just assault.
But I threatened. I did not only hurt her. I threatened.
Also, the Queen doesn't really come to Canada.
Who said I was gonna do it in Canada? Do it.
I mean, there are other ways. This is just something really interesting. I think.
You think this is interesting?
I mean,
that you can commit high treason with a paperclip?
No, that
I'm gonna walk upstairs. I'm gonna talk to her sister later, and I'm gonna be like, I can commit treason. She's gonna be like, what? What? How? And I'm gonna be like, with a paperclip. Very simple. You know how that guy traded in a paperclip and then eventually made it to a house? I'm gonna trade in a paperclip basically to be in prison for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think we should just wrap it up here. Honestly, there's nowhere to go from here.
I don't know how we got.
How do you move on from I can commit treason from a paperclip to something else?
No, there's one last thing. Pokemon cards are now trending on YouTube because of
Logan Paul.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Yeah. I have some cards that are in pretty good condition. I should really get them graded, and I'm probably not even PSA 10s. But I feel like I have a PSA 9 because like I feel like I do somewhere. But it's probably got a scratch, so it's probably even more deductible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just a piece of card.
That can be worth a lot more than you think.
I'm aware, but like I don't know how I feel.
People sell these cards for thousands.
I know.
Really?
I don't know what to tell you, but it's honestly great. Like watching this unfold is honestly.
I didn't even watch that video. It was a live stream.
Yeah.
I didn't bother with that.
I didn't watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a guy. I clicked on it. And I saw how long it was. It was like 3 hours. I'm like, no thanks.
I think I clicked on it
let me finish.
By accident because of YouTube's autoplay.
Let me finish.
I just kind of left it. And I was
let me finish. So I clicked on it and I was like, oh, this is 3 hours. It's too long. Jumped into the comments and this guy created like timestamps of like every time he pulled something cool. So I just clicked through it and I was like, all right, that's cool. And then like in like what 6 minutes, it was over. And I was out.
I should really pull out my Pokemon cards.
I don't know about that.
And it costs money to grade them too, which kind of sucks. But like, if it comes back good, it's good. You know, like it's real good for me.
Yeah.
But like, see, the longer the time you give them for it, the cheaper it'll cost you. So.
All right. Anyway, I just thought we should bring that up casually at the end here.
Yeah, I know way too much about that stuff.
I don't need to know. Anyway,
you want to know?
No.
Let's start from the beginning. How to determine if your Pokemon card is valuable?
Can you...
Step 1!
Can you please wrap up?
Okay, guys, this has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Don't commit treason with a paperclip. Make sure to follow us. Everything's always in the link down below. If it's either up, down, left, or right, make sure to share with your donkey, your goldfish, your grandmother. Who knows? Maybe your dog is interested in hearing us. I don't know why.
Why would you be interested in hearing us?
Just leave your phone playing it off to the side, you know, and just let it go through the whole... Just click shuffle. You know, just let it go. Just let it go, you know? Just do that. Anyways, guys, if you want to leave us questions, you guys can DM us. You guys can leave your voice in Anchor, and maybe we'll have your voice on here.
Yeah.
You know, you guys can always do that. And that's about it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.